Yo, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see, then hit that like and subscribe, get notified when we have new videos. Try to post at least 3 a week. Doesn't always make it, sometimes it does, but if you are already a subscriber, thank you so very much. As I get ready to review this, I got me a nice thank you, Adam, for my Voltron drink here. I won't tell you what kind of drink it is, because therefore might not get monetized. But today we're gonna go back to the world of Transformers, and specifically Transformers Victory, because I have got this DINOKING set in. I can't wait to review it for y'all. I did a review on the Volcanicus set. I didn't like it. I ended up selling it because I didn't think it was right, but this may be right. This may be what this set needs. And so let's get this out of the box onto my table. Let's see what this DINOKING is about. And like they say in Victory, let's say go! Okay, folks, here it is. Again, I say okay, folks, a lot. I may have to make a t-shirt of just my saying okay, folks. Okay, folks. But here it is, DINOKING from the Transformers Legacy United line. And you get the 6 bots, Goryu, Garyu, Kakuryu, Doryu, Yakuryu, and Raryu. Yeah, so that I cannot pronounce. But Transformers Victory, if you haven't watched it, it is a G1 continuation of Transformers, but in Japan. So after the main Transformers ended, then they came out with like Headmasters, and then Super God Master Force, and then Transformers Victory and Transformers Zone. Of the Japanese ones, Transformers Victory is one of my favorites that I loved and I like watching. I'll put a link where you can watch it on good old YouTube. Someone has it there where it's in Japanese, but this one's one of my favorites. The worst is Transformers Headmasters, in my opinion. On that Super God Master Force, it's a little bit of a chug to get through, but definitely love some of the characters in that one. And then Zone was only 1 episode, but did have, you know, big power, which is in Diatlas in that. Really love Star Saber. I think Star Saber is my second favorite Autobot commander, than Optimus Prime on that. So, but here it is. This mold was initially made with the Dinobots, and I always thought that they made it with DINOKING in mind, but I was wrong, I think, possibly. But they did it with Volcanicus, and I did not like it. I didn't like it. It was just didn't look good. It was just a solid gray mass of bulbous dinosaur robot mished together. Now DNA came out with a kit that made it look better, but I just did not like it, so I ended up getting rid of it. Now when I saw this, because each of these dinosaurs are colorful, I think this one might do better. And this cost $79.99 on Hasbro Pulse. It is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and so that is the only place you can get it. And what you get for that, whereas the initial releases were between $9.99 to $11.99 of those Dinobots, what you get that you're paying extra for is the weapon, the feet, and then of course the repaint and the recolor on that. So, but let's take a look at the Destron. They weren't called Decepticons, they were called Destrons, but they did have the Decepticon logo. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box, show you everything we come with. We'll transform them individually, show you each individual bot, then we'll combine them. Then I'll tell you, is it worth you spending $79 to get this, or do you hang on to your Volcanicus? So let's get it out of the box now. It's a mess of robots, all just schmattered and smeared all over my place. But you know what? Let me get them in order. I'll get it all in order. come back to you, but I just show you. I just like to throw it all out there, just like whatever. But so far, first impressions, I can already tell it comes with more stuff. Looks kind of cool. Can't wait to really kind of start digging into this. But let me just get them all where they need to be and tell you everything. Well, first, let me just tell you everything that came in the package. Of course, you get the instructions, very big instruction booklet here with everything you need. Then you also get all of these weapons. I mean, just a crap ton of weapons, and one of them you put together to make the big scythe, which is awesome. Then you also get, oh, there he is, there's Dino King's face. Love it, love it, love it, love this. Much better than the freaking Volcanicus face. You get swords, you get all sorts of stuff. You get the two feetsies right here, so that's cool. The extra little arm hand right here, and then the butt tail of some of these pieces, and some of the different various pieces that you get to make Dino King into what he wants. And then you get the 6 bots. So let me get these 6 bots organized, and we'll go over each one individually. Okay, got my dinos lined up in a row, so let's go over them all really quickly and just show you. We got the T-Rex here. This is Garyu. I'm just going to mispronounce these names all the time. And I just love the repaint that they did on this. Grimlock was just this color, but I love this. Looks pretty similar to what we see in the show. I think he looks great, looks very awesome. Love the Decepticon logo right there in the center. Just really cool. Not a lot of posability. I mean, you got it in the legs here, that's about it, and then the head goes up and down, but that's all you got from a posability standpoint on this guy. I mean, from the highest height on these guys, I mean, you're not looking at big. These are all core class, so you're looking about 3¼ inches tall, and then the longest length is going to be this guy, and he is going to be about 5 inches on that. And so, but let me show you him. He looks pretty, I love this green and black. This green and black is really cool. You do have movement in the legs, so that way you can kind of play with that. But this green and black is a much better paint job. That's what I think is so cool about this set, is the paint application on here. Let's go with him. I have him like where he's standing, but you can't, but typically you're going to have him in his bird mode with the white and the blue. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful overall. Just love it. And don't worry, you're going to see these guys spinning on the wheel of spins at the end. So if you want to just skip to just seeing the product showcase, you're more than welcome to do that. And then the blue, the white, and the black. This is so cool. This guy is called Doryu. And just looks really nice. Not a lot of posability on him, just because of the nature of him just being almost like a brick right there. Let's take a look at my Brontosaurus burger here. The gold, the white, very nice. You have some movement in the leg. You can kind of move that if you want to, but nothing else really moves on him. He's just a land turd right there. He said, did I say lantern? No, I said land turd. That is what he is. But the gold, the blue, the red, the paint, they did really nice. Really good job on him. And then this one, I would have to say between these two are my favorite paints. The black and green looks good on here. And then this gold and the red go really great with slag. I mean, Kakuryu. It looks so good, and he has the most posability with the back legs move, the front legs move. They can also go to the side if you want to too. The tail is just kind of just a interesting blend because it's just his head, just the head of Dino King right there. But really cool. But the cool thing is you get all these pieces, and if you ever watch the Victory, some of these guys are armed to the teeth, and so you get all these pieces, and these all fit as armament for these guys. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and arm them to the teeth and show you what they look like with their armor and tell you which one's my favorite of the armor. So let's do it. Here is the entire Dino Force armed to the teeth. Oh man, I tell you what. You know what? I did not care much for the Volcanicus set. I thought it looked cool, but it just wasn't up my alley, my cup of tea, whatever you want to call it. But this right here, I am loving it. I am loving it. I know y'all may be saying, Jimmy, it's just a repaint, but dang, is it really, really cool. So what I love is just that there's just a lot more stuff that comes with these guys that you can do things with. So first of all, the worst of the weapons modes would be this one, because there's no weapon, it's just this thing right here. So he doesn't have anything, so you get to be last place. Let's see, second to the last for me, I'm gonna give it to my buddy right here, which is Goryu, I think is his name. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, Goryu, because all he has is his little thing right there. That's, yeah. So next here would be this guy right here. What is his name? It's Yokai Watch. Just because it's just a fist that's underneath. Now we get to the bread and butter. Which one is next? Oh my gosh, it's going to be hard to choose from these three right here, because these three are kind of my favorite right now. So let's say this one is going to be my second runner up. I like how the sword stores underneath here, but this cannon thing is freaking amazing. I think it looks cool. It can come off very easily, but I think it looks awesome on that. So that's really, really cool. So he's my second runner up. My first runner up. Ooh, this one's a tough one. They like are neck and neck. I am gonna go with this guy right here, and this is my friend Raryu. He's got the big old cannons. That just looks cool. I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with that, would you? I wouldn't want to mess with that. And then my first place goes to my buddy here, Kakuruyu. What I like about it is you have to unfold this, so you got this like extra defense, and then you got this gun, this side, this other gun right here. I think it looks pretty cool. If I had a little dude that could stay right there, he would be pretty freaking awesome. But there they all are, armed to the teeth, ready to do battle against the Autobots on that. So except for you, but let's do this. Let's get them converted into robot mode. So let's do it. Okay, folks, I did it. I said it again. Here they are in robot mode, and I love them. I mean, I've got stuff I hate about them, but I do love them overall in general. Different head molds for most of them. His is about the same, and his is just about the same, but all the others are retooled head molds from the Dinobots. The colors are different. I mean, this is just so cool. This is just so freaking awesome. And I probably forgot to put his legs up. There we go. We'll put his legs up on that. But just with the colors, everything about these guys, I am digging. Transformation, just like the other ones. Little minor differences. This guy right here, you fold those wings all the way back, whereas with Snarl, you kind of kept them out like in like this, where these are folded out back that way. But each one of them are really, really nice, really good. So let's bring them in close up here. This, of course, was the Brontosaurus. There he is. There he is from the front. Look at that head mold. Different side, back, side. I mean, just a little bit of a mess. Like these legs, they just don't quite fit anywhere, but other than that, really, really nice. You got a little bit of articulation in these guys, rotation, feet can move up and down. There's no like ankle rotation or anything like that. So just like your typical core class articulation on these little dudes, and they're all about the same size. And so that is, let me grab my tape measure. It's hidden here somewhere. amongst the instructions. The instructions, I love the instructions came with it because with my Dinobots, they didn't give you really instructions to put Volcanicus together. This one gives you a nice big instruction booklet for everything, how the weapons sit, and all sorts of stuff. A little under 4 inches on these guys. But we got to see him. Let's take a look right here at my Stegosaurus friend here, Doryu. Look at that face. That face is really, really cool. Really nice with the gold and the red. And again, I love the blue and the white. I love the robot mode on this guy much better than the dino mode on him. He's got a little bit more articulation. He has this little bit of butterfly there. But yeah, got the knee bend. Some of them don't have knee bend, some of them do. That's what's interesting about these guys. And so that's him from the front, the side, the back, the side, the front again. And then we'll bring in our little Ankylosaurus. I think that's what he was, but he is known as Gyru. And there's his face, just that different mold there, twisty. Love he has the big old shoulders. He's like the 80s dude right there. Does have the bend, twist at the waist. Legs can move forward and backwards too as well. But the arm does not have a bend on it. So there he is from the front, the side, the back, the side, and the front. Go back to where you came from. His balance is a little bit off. I don't like his balance much. He likes to kind of slip and slide. Here's the leader right here. But leader of the Dino Force, Goryu. And his face, I like it because it's just... I mean, they did a pretty decent job at the likeness of these guys, and he has a little bit more articulation because this is on a ball, but he doesn't have an elbow bend or anything like that. Does have the waist swivel, does have the knee bend, doesn't have like ankle tilt or anything like that, but just, again, the green and the white really stick out. Again, that face mold is cool. Look at it. I keep losing focus, right? But look at that face mold. But there we go. Front, side, back, side, and front on him. 2 more bots to go, and then we'll get their weapons on them too as well. I know you're all like, Jimmy, why aren't you comparing them with anything? Because there's a lot of stuff to do here. We'll compare maybe DINOKING with some things, but yeah, there is this guy. Love the yellow. Pretty much almost similar face mold as Slag, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, just the yellow, the reds, and the purple. Love the Decepticon logo, the Destron logo there. But there he is from the front. I don't know if you can see that face really good. There we go. The front, the side, the back, the side, and the front. Just that goes like that. There we go. Clean him up a little bit. There you go. You look pretty. And then last but not least, right here, my flyer, Yokuryu on that. The white and the blue. The white and the blue, I think, is my favorite combination on these guys. But definitely has some articulation there, and he does have swivel, so that's cool. Neck, but no articulation there. His waist swivel is hindered by his beak. But really, really nice. There we are. That face, just pretty similar already to Swoop. But there he is from the front, the side, the back, the side, and the front. So what we need to do is we need to weapon these babies up, and then we'll combine them into DINOKING on that. So let me go ahead and weaponize these guys, and we'll be right back. I'm going to say it. Okay, folks, here we are. I got them weaponed up, and we're going to do a little catwalk. I'm going to go from my least favorite to my most favorite on the weaponized dinosaurs from the Dino Force. And so least favorite's going to be this guy. It's just a fist. It's just a fist. It's just a fist gun. That's what it is. It's like, I'm gonna fist you. No, don't say that. So you're my least favorite right now. So second least favorite is going to be here. It's another fist. It's just another fist for furious whatever. That's just, come on, you're not even trying. You're not even trying to look tough. You're just holding hands there. So next least favorite. Now this is where it gets kind of tough because I do like the next four, but my fourth place here has to go to the leader. I mean, he's got the club, he's got the little gun, everybody in the club getting tipsy, but just like in the show, he has the club. I wish they all came with the sickles, but that's my fourth favorite right there. My third favorite, oh gosh, this one's gonna be hard. Let's go with the BA guns that old Bronte has here. I just love it. He's just like, bring it on. He is the tank of the group. Brrr. I just love him. He is so cool. Second favorite, while he has no guns, he will slice you and dice you. So he's got the sickle or the scythe of death and the sword of destiny right there that he can take out Autobots or Cybertrons. Cybertrons, he can take them out. And last but not least, my favorite, he's the best of both worlds. He can hack and slash and can pew pew you to death. Here he is, ding, 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 boom, boom, boom. The John Wick of Dino Force. It's him. I love him. So there they all are, weaponized and ready to do battle. So that's what you get for your buck. I just love that they all get weapons. So far, I'm just having too much fun with this set. This set is too much fun. I didn't have this much fun with Volcanicus, but I'm having fun with y'all. So we are going to form Dino King and get him together so I can finally see my just hard work and fun just come to fruition. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you, Dino King. Let's do it. Oh my friggin' God. I love Dino King. Here he is together. He is glorious. I think he is amazing. This is what this mold was made for. That's all I got to say about that. Let's just go back to Jimmy and hear his final thoughts. No, we're going to talk a little bit about this guy. He is awesome. He combines just like Volcanicus. Everything's just like Volcanicus, but looks better. Now, he does still have some of the same faults as Volcanicus and things like that, but let's take a look at him. Look at him. Look at that head. I love that head sculpt. It looks so much better, and it's so much bigger than Volcanicus's. Volcanicus's was like just this little tiny head. This is a bigger head. I think it's more proportionate. I think it looks good. I think it looks amazing. Really, really cool. Love how everything, the colors and everything kind of pop. Everything fits together. This just does not have that dull shade of gray, silver, or whatever it was. This is the way it should look. So just everything has feet. Bigger hands than Volcanicus, has feet, bigger hands, feet, big, and just overall, he just looks great. He does. Look at him. Now he does have the kibble. Yes, look at all the kibble is all over the place on this guy, but still, I can forgive it. I can forgive it just because this guy's fun. He's just fun. I adore this Dino King. And so from a height standpoint, what you're looking at when we pull him back, pull this down, you're looking at 7 inches tall, but there he is from the front, from the side, from the back, and the side. And when we think about articulation, head just swivels, doesn't bob. Arm moves, you have moving out. You also got to watch out because it will pop out. You do have bend right here. You have swivel and bend here at this wrist. This one doesn't have bend at the wrist, but it does have swivel. And again, you do have this movement too as well. You have the waist movement. Leg does pop out a little bit. Does go up. Sorry, my feet fell off, but it will stay up. It does go back. And there we go. And you do have the bend at the knee too as well. The feet don't have it doesn't have any like feet articulation or ankle articulation, but they pop back in. Let me just get these back on. There you go. And this foot, there you go, right there. They're back on. And so that's a little bit of the articulation with him. Now, this is what my favorite thing is, the weapons. So the weapons combine. There's his gun. There's his scythe. It's just, oh, looks so good. This is my favorite weapon. This just looks good. I remember this weapon from the cartoon. Just is awesome. Now he is a smaller combiner, but I am hoping DNA will come out with a little kit, because I think he needs to be a little bit bigger. I think he probably needs to be maybe about here, right? Maybe a little taller, I don't know. But he just needs to be a little bit bigger. But these weapons fit right into the hands, however you want to. They just pop right in. And we'll pop this weapon in. There we go. And now he is armed to the teeth here. So I do have Victory Saber and Death Saurus, but they're still in the box. And I just need to get them out of the box on that. So just a few comparisons. So here is, from a height standpoint, that's core class Optimus. So you can see how big he is there. This is Deluxe Bumblebee. And then we have Studio Series 86 Optimus. And one more thing, this right here, if I can pull it back a little bit so you can see it, that's Legend Scale Double Dealer from DX9 Mini. So that's how he scales. So he doesn't really scale that well. I think he might scale pretty well with Iron Factory's Kaiser, but that's what I'm hoping for. Hasbro, you've released DINOKING. What the mold was made for, not made for Volcanicus. DINOKING. Please release this next box. Landcross, Road Caesar, a legit Kaiser, maybe a blue Bacchus would be awesome too as well. I just want you to complete my Transformers Victory. I love it. I love Victory. I love DINOKING. I think this looks amazing. Looks awesome. But yeah, just the thing, I don't like this right here, the way this is set up. This is how it tells you to set it up. There are alternate transformations, which I may follow and do that. But yeah, I just wish the feet did have articulation. But DNA, hopefully you'll come out with something cool. But yeah, that's all. I mean, that's all I got to say about this guy. He is just freaking awesome. So let's take his friggin' awesomeness. Let's go talk about my final thoughts and talk about whether you should spend $79.99 on this guy, because I think it's worth it. I think, you know, because each of these bots individually, when they were Volcanicus, was like $10 or 11, just depending where you got them, 12 sometimes, $10. And so this whole set is $79.99. So is it worth $20? So $20 for the scythe, the weapons, and the feet, and the bigger hands, and the head. Yeah. The retool, the remold, the colors. I think it is. So let's go talk about that. I think you should spend your money. Let's go talk about it. Final thoughts with Jimmy G. Thank you, Jimmy, over there in the review area. So let's talk about my final thoughts on DINOKING. Let's bring him in. Probably the pose. Thank you, Jimmy, over there in the review center. So let's talk about my final thoughts on DINOKING. Bum, 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 bum. This is probably the pose I'll keep him in. Look at that face. Look at it. This thing is freaking awesome. That's all I got to say. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I did not love Volcanicus. I thought he was cool. But he was just one note. I mean, just the color and all that kind of stuff. This guy, even with all of the same faults that Volcanicus had, looks so much better. The colors, you also get the feet, the bigger hands, the weapons, the better head on here, I think justifies the $79.99 expense. Whereas you're like, man, that's a lot of money. When you think about it, again, there were 6 core class bots, typically $10 a piece if you can find them for that. Some places sold them for $12 a piece. So you're looking at $60. So for $20 more, what you got was this, the sword, you got the gun, you got the feet, the bigger hands, and the detachable head versus the small Volcanicus head. Plus the retool, the retooled faces, the colors and stuff like that. Is it worth it? I say yes. I say yes. I say this is great. I think this is what this mold was built for. It was built for DINOKING. It was not built for Volcanicus, the Dinobots or anything like that. It was built for DINOKING. Transformers Victory being one of my favorite franchises. I am so glad I've got a DINOKING, kibble and all. kibble and all, I am so glad I got it. On a scale of good, bad, awesome, I would give this an awesome. It is just freaking awesome, and I would tell you to go out and get it now. You can only get it on Hasbro's website, so get it before it sells out and before you're having to pay scalper prices for it. I would definitely encourage you to do so. This is how he's going to stay on my desk, and I hope, and I think he'll probably scale well with my Iron Factory Liokaiser, and I hope we get some more Transformer Victory spots. I know we're getting Galaxy Shuttle finally released in the US, so I can't wait for that. And of course, I've got my Victory Saber and my Death Star, so I'm just waiting to open. This right here. Oh, and I dropped his arm. This right here has made me want to open up my HasLabs, and so that's all I got to say about that. So if you like this, go ahead and maybe like and subscribe, or maybe become a member, maybe a super thanks, whatever you'd like to do. Oh, it's all good. So, but in the meantime, tune in next time when we talk about something else, good, bad, or awesome. But I ask you this: to stay young, have fun, and let's say go, or let's say be awesome. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.